You say those gleaming sticks came from this so-called Kronos. I find this quite difficult to believe.
I saw it with my own 2 eyes. How's the front line?
The troops with the gleaming sticks supposedly vanished right after we did. Once the Trei'kurans were deprived of their secret weapon, they were no longer a match for our military strength.
So you held them off?
We did, and now a plan is in motion to invade Eastern Trei'kur. If it goes well, they will be forced to retreat from our border. Speaking of Eastern Trei'kur, I was just about to head there.
Allow me to take part in the invasion with you.
Take part?
I assume they would want me to come along as a reinforcement anyway.
Rasuli is our homeland, and Fiore is a good friend. So I have more than enough reasons to fight too.
Very well then. I doubt anyone will oppose the addition of reserves. I'll let my superiors know.
Thank you.
The faster we can join everyone, the better. Therefore, let's make for Eastern Trei'kur post-haste. I'll give you the details on the way. Our strategy for this battle requires us to split our army in 2. Master Camuse will command the main force, which will charge head-on at the enemy, overwhelming them with numbers and distracting them.
I figured as much.
Our detachment will infiltrate the Kingdom of Trei'kur by passing through the Western Dakaav Tunnel. This will put us on the other side of the Imperial troops in Eastern Trei'kur, allowing us to attack from behind.
Okay.
To reach the tunnel, we must venture beyond Sword of View until we come to a fork in the road. Then we head southwest. Mobility will be of the utmost importance in arriving at our objective. Therefore, we will move in small units. We are to rendezvous with the other detachment members at Eastern Trei'kur. I would rather not be the last ones there, so let us make haste.
Sounds like a plan. Pardon me.
That was it?
Get in position! Could have been worse, I guess. Once we're beyond sword of view, we should head southwest to find the Western Dakaav Tunnel.
Pardon me.
that move!
Lightning blast!
Great job! Let's keep moving.
Close to perfect as it gets.
I love learning.
This should be a good warm-up. Opportunity, no!
Don't take me so lightly!
Decisive win. I am without limits.
Wasn't even worth the effort. That was pretty scary.
That was it. Why can't they all be this easy?
close to perfect as it gets.
That's over.
That wasn't even worth the effort.
As close to perfect as it
It's
gets.
over already?
We should head northeast. That way, we'll arrive at the far end of Eastern Trei'kur, and we can rendezvous with the other members of the detachment.
Sorry you won't get to fight beside your dad. So close, but so far away.
Whatever. It's not like I joined this operation so I could meet him or anything.
Is that so?
It is.
What's the theory behind how those gleaming sticks work? Could we possibly do something similar using signets? This is right up everyone at the Institute's alley. I'm sure if I told them about it, none of them would be able to sleep until they'd worked it out. But you have to sleep at some point. Otherwise, your performance is going to suffer considerably. You ideally want to stay up for 18 hours at most. Actually, I'd gladly sleep that much any day, given the opportunity. That way my skin would be in much better condition. Although mine could never hold a candle to Miki's. That youthful elasticity of hers is simply bewitching. Youth is definitely the most powerful weapon on the battlefield of love. Speaking of weapons, I wonder how those gleaming sticks work.
I know your skills are formidable, but do not let your guard down. I could never face your father if something were to happen to you.
Don't worry. Dad wouldn't shed a single tear if I died.
I know Master Camuse has been away from home most of these past 5 years. I assure you, though, that is only because there are more incidents involving signets now.
Involving signets?
No, you don't want to hear this from me. You will have ample time to discuss this topic with your father once the operation is over, which I suggest you do.
The Lieutenant's too soft on you, Fidel. I understand the appeal of doting on a young disciple, but that's no reason to involve civilians in military matters.
Hey, my dad's trained me longer than him.
So what if he has? That's mere nitpicking. Not once during my service have I ever known Lieutenant Oakville to be late to a rendezvous. Especially not so he could listen to someone's anecdotes. I swear, what's gotten into that man?
Ah, Fidel. According to my latest intelligence, Eidolon and Trei'kur were apparently both receiving aid from the same organization.
See.
I don't know the leader's name, but he or she is referred to as General, and is feared by everyone in it.
General?
It's still uncertain whether this person is truly a high-level military official or has just adopted that moniker. But if you find out, please let me know.
I will.
Well, well, well. If it ain't Advisor Camuse's heir. Come to give your dad a hand in this fight, I see?
That's not it at all.
Being a dutiful son's nothing to get all flushed in the face about. It's a good thing.
All soldiers form up! Don't let the enemy use their gleaming sticks. If by chance you do, don't let them hit you. No matter what. Those weapons may be intimidating when wielded by a group, but they're nothing individually. Remember, we have chosen this plan precisely because it provides the main force a strategic advantage. Should we fail, all it will provide them is a swift death. Now go and do us proud! We shall now commence Operation Snake Eyes. All units, move out!
Lady Brunelli, Fidel, Miki, let's move.
I can't take it anymore. Guess this is the end of the road. You're fast.
Alice, what are you doing here?
Like you're waiting on the battle.
Ice needle! Is that
Mission accomplished. We've weakened the enemy forces.
Don't think I'll show you any mercy.
Not the time for gawking.
No fear!
Try not to get in over your head.
What are you doing? There are hardly any of them! Trample them if you have to!
It looks like they're coming.
We need to get out as much of the enemy as possible.
That might just work.
Restulian soldiers have been spotted infiltrating the eastern gates. We'll be caught between two separate forces if we don't do something.
I'll show those plane squatters mercy this time! Come on, you bastards! Let's bolt!
You promised us!
I'm sorry.
If you're not gonna punch the living daylights out of them, then I definitely will. What are you doing? Why won't you let me at them?
Punching them won't solve any of our problems, Miki. The only thing it'll prove is that your fist can bruise just like anyone else's.
What are we going to do now?
It seemed as if we vastly underestimated the extent to which Kronos values Relia. We never thought they would go to such lengths to obtain her. And as you already know, we have neither our ship nor a clue as to her whereabouts.
Great, so we can't do anything.
I assure you that rescuing Relia is just as important to the Federation as it is to you.
So you'll help us pry her from their clutches?
Of course.
Sadly, we have no leads.
Did you also lose all that stuff along with your ship?
What stuff?
You know, the data we retrieved from the laboratory before it exploded. Do you still have any of it?
Oh, how unlike me. That completely slipped my mind.
I guess I got mentally tripped up too. So, we might have something after all, huh?
We'll go right to the Symbological Research Facility and review the data there.
How long will that take?
1 or 2 hours at most.
Please don't come back empty-handed.
I won't.
Okay, then let's reconvene in this room when we're done.
Situation permitting, I'll also lend a hand.
Thank you.
They left behind some transmissions between them and another facility.
What's that mean for us?
It means there's someone else involved.
I see. So you're implying that the enemy must have at least one more base of operations besides that research facility.
Is Relia there?
I can't say for sure. It is, however, worth investigating. Even if we don't find her, we'll likely come away with some helpful information anyway.
The unfortunate thing is we haven't identified its location.
But you know where to start, right? Let's hear it.
Very well. All signs point to Kronos engaging in the study of symbometrics.
Symbometrics?
We have techniques that resemble what the people on your planet have termed signaturgy, but we call them symbology. Examining those techniques scientifically and systemizing them is called symbometrics. Regrettably for us, Kronos' advancements in this field make us seem like barbarians by comparison.
So you can't analyze them?
Sadly, no.
Wow. From my point of view, you two can do almost anything.
We have no recourse since there is no database from which to draw precedent. Also, I'd venture your planet's signaturgy is almost as advanced as our symbology.
You think so?
If my theory is correct, then we could analyze the various energy wave patterns emitted by signaturgical techniques and run them past the quad scanner's AI, which might allow us to detect some waves that Kronos' symbology-based equipment could not. Fiore, would you be willing to impart the full extent of your signaturgical knowledge to us for this purpose?
If you were just a nosy scholar, my only response would be 3 swift kicks to the shins. But for Aurelia's sake, I'll do it.
Thank you so very much.
I'm getting butterflies in my stomach just thinking how my knowledge could open up a new world to everyone.
Then I shall get started on the recording process immediately. Afterwards, I'll set to analyzing all the information we obtained. A word of caution, though. Depending on the volume of data, the process could take an exceedingly long time.
Well, it is what it is. No helping that. So how much time do you think you'll need?
I assume 1 night will be sufficient.
A whole night?
It would only be an instant if we had our ship.
There's no need to get anxious now. Let's get some sleep and then reconvene on the morrow.
What the? Did people leave or something?
You have it basically figured out, right?
For the most part. But there's still...
But there's still what? Out with it.
There's still nothing more than hypotheses. If only we could find Kronos' main research facility. Or perhaps if we...
If you find out anything else, be sure to tell me.
I certainly will.
What are you doing up this late at night?
Nothing much.
I'm so sorry I couldn't keep my promise to protect Relia.
Chin up, Emerson. I know full well that Relia's predicament isn't your guys' fault. If anyone should be sorry, it's me, not you. There's no excuse for the way I've behaved toward you recently.
And with that manly apology of yours goes the last shred of my dignity.
I know you feel bad, but Relia's safety is more important than any of our feelings. We can't get her back without you.
You have my word for sure this time. I'll do whatever it takes to save Relia.